Okay, welcome to part 2 of the Wish You Were Here series. And part 1, we just covered the different chord progressions, and we did some exercises to get your hand more nimble with changing around different variations of each one of these chords. Now we're going to play something that sounds more like the actual song. So lesson 4 here is my take on the introduction to the song. So it sounds like this. Okay, let's break this down into each one of these bars. So here we see that we're using some hammer-ons and pull-offs. On the first bar here, we're doing a hammer-on 0 to 2 on that second string. But we're going to start with the G on there's a 3rd fret on the first string here. So we have a quarter note on that G, and then eighths on the 0 and 2 on that second string, and then we're up to an open on the D string, on the 3rd string, and then we're going to end with a dotted 8th note on the 2nd fret of that 3rd string. I like to play this with thumb, and then index, index. But you could also play thumb on everything. And after that dotted 8th, you can still hold that too, but we're going to play the E string open, the 1st string open, and then we're going to do your 3 fingers, ring, middle, and index on the open 3rd for the 4th, 5th, and 6th string. So it's going to be a 16th and then an 8th. And then after that 8th, we're going to do open on the 1st string again, 3s on the 5th and 6th string, and those are going to be 16ths again, and then an open. So we have that's it. So we have and so take it slow to begin with so you can get the rhythm down. And then after that, we're going to switch to the next, which is going to be a G chord, but we don't really get into that toward after the part. So from here, just leaving everything ringing, we're going to start with that 2nd fret on the 3rd string. These are all quarter notes until we get to the last open note on the 3rd string. Sorry, those are not quarter notes, those are 8th notes. 8th notes until we get to the last one there, and that's a dotted 8th note. Now it's the same rhythm as those and the previous bar, which went where we have the 16th followed by the 8th, and then 2 16ths, and lastly another 8th to bring us over to the next bar. So together we have okay, going to the 3rd bar here, it is the same as the 1st bar. So if you practice that, then you're good. And so we'll go directly into the last bar then, which is going to be a variation on the A in the end. So in the 2nd bar, we saw it ascend from this 2. But now in this fourth bar, we're just descending. So it's 2 on the third, open on the third, 2 on the second, open on the second. And you can play these individually, or you can do pull-offs here. So let's do this. They're all, once again, 8th until we get to the last one, which is dotted 8th. And then same rhythm once again on this strummed out part. So let's try this from the beginning real quick. I think in the actual introduction that's played through twice, but do not quote me on that. And so in lesson 5, or part 2 of the Wish You Were Here tutorial, we're going to diverge again from the actual guitar playing of the song to something that I think will be very helpful in trying to flesh out more advanced versions of this song. So what we're going to do is we're going to be playing a bass note on every beat with the thumb, and we're going to be going up and down the scales for each chord with the rest of our fingers. So the first bar in the G formation sounds like this. So trying to figure out what finger feels comfortable for playing that intermediate note. So this one here, so we have thumb, and I use index, and now I like to use the ring plus the thumb. Index, thumb, index, ring plus thumb, index. Play it slow a few times. And then play it quicker once you get the hang of it. And so this exercise is really to do 2 things. One is to get you more comfortable playing a couple notes and having a finger rhythm embodied within the notes themselves. And 2, to do transitions. So when you practice these, don't stop at the end here. Go right to the next one. And so that's the D. That's how this bar 2 sounds like the D here. Regular D first, and then we drop the pinky to add that 3. The next one's a C. So like I've shown in the past, just drop that pinky on the 3 for the second part there. And now switch to the A. So we're hitting the double 2 here on the second note with your middle and index. You could do it thumb and index, but I'd recommend definitely 2 fingers here. So you're playing regular A for that first part, and then we're removing that index finger from the 1 on the second part to play that open. After that, we're doing another G, different variation. We start high, we're playing a lot of notes. Going lower on the second part. Next we hit that C. So this is much like the previous one, with the change being the added 6th string on the second part. In these final 2 bars, we have another D, but here we're going to play a higher intermediate note. And also, rather than using a D in every beat, we're switching from D to A here. So 4th string, 3rd string, 4th string, 3rd string, 4th string. And lastly, we're ending with an A. And so this is kind of using that A that we see in the introduction. So we have this one here. So you can hold the shape the whole time, which is closed, open, 2, 2, 3, 3. And so in the formulated fingerstyle version, where you're playing the melody and the harmony and the bass, you're going to see a lot of these different formations of each one of these chords, such that each note of the melody, for example, can be played along with the harmony. So definitely try to get your hand to be more familiar with these variations to each one of the chords, and also with changing quickly between chords. So that wraps it up for what I had for today. Next lesson, we will adventure a little bit into a fingerstyle version of this song.